Hey guys, what's going on? It's Ian Preston back with another movie review, and it's gonna be an animated movie review. This came out when I was in 5th grade, and it was like 10 years ago. Today marks its 10th anniversary of movie Johnny Depp's Rango. Yep, a green chameleon that ends up out of a terrarium. He was in this little play with his little toys in his terrarium, and he turned out to be a pet, and he needed to go find water, and then this armadillo named Roadkill tells him, if you want to find water, you need to find dirt, and so yeah, he was out in the desert. And the Marachi owls try to like tell his whole story while they're going like they did at the beginning of the movie Rango. And I was 11 years old when I saw this in the theater. It's pretty good. Rango's voiced by Johnny Depp, and he does have a nightmare. I mean, he does encounter a frog and almost gets eaten by a hawk, but the frog gets caught by the hawk instead. And wearing my Miguel shirt, but anyway, he has a nightmare and then meets Beans, another lizard, played by Isla Fisher. She takes him into town. He meets Priscilla, a little possum, and Rango tries to blend in with other people, and he tells a story in the saloon to make it look like he's a big shot, and that's how he adopted the name Rango. And this is from Nickelodeon Movies, and Paramount Pictures. Excuse me, it came out on this day back in 2011, March 4th, 2011, and, sorry about that, and, he is challenged by some villains, Bad Bill and his gang, and then they get scared when the hawk comes, and then Rango flees and the hawk comes too, and ends up killing the hawk by crushing it with a huge tower. And then he meets the mayor, played by Ned Beatty. I feel like Ned Beatty plays a lot of villains. Like he voiced a lot. So from Toy Story 3, the villain in Toy Story 3. Now he voices the mayor in Rango, and the mayor names him sheriff of the town. And Beans tries to tell Rango about the water, and then eventually at noon on Wednesday, because it was Wednesday, they do these weird dancing, which was weird because they were waiting for water, and Rango, and then turns out no water came to them, and then he found out about their water problem, and he said nobody's gonna tango with the Rango. Later that evening he tells Preston and these moles some what do you call it? About their bank, because the town treats the bank like they're like money, and then they think Rango thought it was his fault, or the Marachi Owls thinks it was his fault because he's the one that told them about the what do you call it? The bank, and then he forms a posse. They go underground and look around to look for the aquifer, look around underneath the aquifer, and as they get out of ground, they find Mr. Merrimack from the bank, that he was drowned, and they found the wounded bird looking out, and they go riding out on the desert, and what else? So yeah, this came out 2011, and remember I told you about when I was in 5th grade, and it was the best elementary school year of my life. And I know, just to let you guys know, in 2011, here where I live, we had a lot of tornado watches. But anyway, in the summer of 2011, just in June. But anyway, we did have a warning in May, but we were all okay. Excuse me, that was in 2011. And I think I made a mistake. My last day of school in 2011 was May 24th, not the 25th. 25th was my first day of summer vacation, because but anyway, excuse me. Anyway, that night, let's get back to the movie. That night, Rango, and the next Spider-Man movie is titled No Way Home. But anyway, about Rango, he tells his friends about the, what do you call it, the Spirit of the West, and that later that morning, excuse me, they go to those moles. They kind of do that play that Rango did in his terrarium, and he even did that ma or something in his terrarium, just like he did in his terrarium. And what else? Also, they tried to get the jug back, and then they end up starting to chase them throughout the valley and all, or the whatever you call it, the canyon. And then they find out while they're after the canyon, they found out the jug was empty, and Preston's like, the jug, or Pappy is his name, my bad. He's like, what the hell were we fighting for? And apparently they found them, and it turns out they said they didn't rob the bank. Somebody had already robbed the bank before they could even rob it, and they found the jug in the middle of the desert. But Rango didn't believe them, and he arrested them anyway. And then he went to go see the mayor, and the mayor was building something, and he said he was building the future. And then after Rango left, he demanded his henchmen to call in Rattlesnake Jake. And there was a mob outside that night, and he said, see that sign right there? That sign is of hope. And then it was shot down by Rattlesnake Jake. And then Jake ended up exposing Rango that he's not from the West, and he didn't mean any of that stuff that he said, that story. And all he did was lie to those folks. And he said, this is my town now. If I see you ever again, I'll send you straight down to hell. And Beans goes, who are you? But he didn't answer, and he just took off his sheriff badge and put it on the ground and walked through the desert with that music. When he's walking through the desert, it's really sad, but it's really good. It's really good. I like how he's walking through the desert and at night and by himself. That nice guitar music. And he goes, who am I? I'm nobody. And then he ends up passing out after he crosses the street. And then, and he ends up waking up. He's near a golf cart with a bunch of golden trophies. It was the Golden Guardians in the alabaster carriage. And then he sees the Spirit of the West out there, voiced by Timothy Olyphant, by the way. And he tells the Spirit of the West what he's been doing and what he's been through. Spirit of the West tries to encourage him, tells him some stuff, and he almost looks like Clint Eastwood, almost, Spirit of the West. And then Rango ends up meeting Roadkill, the armadillo, and they look around at these plant thingies. They see the city of Las Vegas, and they see an emergency shut-off switch. And then Rango knew what to do. He had to go back, but he went back to that canyon to get Pappy's gang to help him out. That they're about to be just killed for something they didn't do. And then when Rattlesnake Jake was about to kill Beans, when she refused to sign something for the mayor, Rango arrived and tricked Jake into standing on this sewage thingy, causing him to go in the air, and then water starts flowing everywhere in the town. And Jake is fighting all those those bats and all, but Jake does, and then he runs out of ammo in his rattlesnake. But then Rango and Beans are caught by the mayor and Bad Bill and his gang, and they're hostages in the water vault. And Rango and Beans think of a plan. They do kiss, and then Beans ends up swallowing the bullet, though. And while Rango's trying to get it out, the mayor turns a gun on Jake and tells him that they don't need him anymore, and he's nothing but legends, and pretty soon no one's going to know that he even existed. But he did pull the trigger, but there was no bullet in it. It was empty. And Beans spat out the bullet, and then it hit the vault, causing it to flood, and then freeing Beans and Rango. And then, and then Rango kicked the mayor towards the snake. And when they flew out of the bank, Bad Bill and his gang hit a wall, and it crushed them to death. And then Rattlesnake Jake Rattlesnake Jake tells Rango this: "I tip my hat, one legend to another." And then he drags the mayor out onto the desert towards his doom. And Rango and Beans and Priscilla live happily ever after. And yep, and it's a happy ending, and it's a pretty good movie. It won an Academy Award for Best Animated Film in 2011. But anyway, I thought it was great. Excuse me. I was in 5th grade when it came out, and I thought it was great. And yes, I did see it in the theater. Anyway, this is gonna go on my 3rd YouTube channel, my YouTube reviews, my movie reviews channel. And I just want to say thank you guys for watching. Please like and subscribe for more videos, reaction videos as always, and I will see you guys in the next review. Sorry, that's the outro for my first channel. What I meant was, thank you guys for watching. Please like and subscribe for more of these review videos and these review videos, because sometimes I do reaction videos on this channel. But anyway, that's all I got for you guys. Like and subscribe for more reviews and reactions on this channel as always, and I'll see you guys in the next review or review/reaction video. Anyway, peace out. Love you all.